How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Tactic Talk. Today's episode isn't about your regular sports news updates. In fact, it's the renaissance of, yes, you guessed it, Manchester United. United's success in recent weeks has made them a force to reckon with, and a lot of the club's recent success can be attributed to one man in Bruno Fernandes. But just how big of an impact can a simple January transfer window signing have on a club as big as Manchester United? Well, it's time to find out. Bruno Fernandes joined Manchester United from Sporting Lisbon in January of 2020 for a reported £47 million fee. And it's fair to say that he's been truly phenomenal since joining the club. The Portuguese made his debut in a home game against Wolves, and while that game ended 0-0, there was still plenty to suggest that he could be a very good signing. Nobody, however, could foresee just exactly how good he was going to turn out to be in such a short period of time. Since joining United, Bruno has provided more than just technical brilliance. The midfielder has brought with him an aura and a mystique that could somewhat be compared to club legend Eric Cantona and what he brought to the club when he joined from Leeds in the early 90s. Bruno's arrival coincides with the appointment of Harry Maguire as the new club captain, and it's clear that both feed off each other's strengths when it comes to leading the team. Maguire marshals the troops at the back, while Bruno leads by example in the forward line. It's a combination that few would have thought would work, let alone succeed so magnificently well. Remember Cristiano Ronaldo? The Portuguese became a revelation at Manchester United when he joined from Sporting Lisbon in 2003. And it's fair to say he's done okay for himself since then. 17 years down the line, history is repeating itself, in the form of Bruno Fernandes making a similar switch from Lisbon to Manchester. They say greatness recognizes greatness, and that's true about this situation as well, as Ronaldo famously said earlier this season that in the national team you have Bruno, who nobody knows why he doesn't leave. Bruno has some of that Ronaldo swagger about his game, and with an output of 8 goals and 7 assists in 15 games, it's fair to say that there's plenty of quality to go along with it. Did we mention earlier that Bruno Fernandes was a born leader? There's more proof of that when you look at what Manchester United have accomplished on the pitch lately. Since Fernandes' arrival, the Red Devils look like a transformed unit up front, and since Project Restart have benefited from the return to fitness of both Marcus Rashford and Paul Pogba. While Rashford and Pogba were out injured, United were quietly going about their business, with Fernandes and Anthony Martial building up a nice little partnership. Critics doubted whether the Portuguese playmaker could exist with Paul Pogba in the heart of midfield, but those doubts appear to have been put to rest, with the duo combining for goals against the likes of Brighton and Hove Albion and Aston Villa. Marcus Rashford is another player who has been challenged by the arrival of Fernandes and has stepped up his game after returning from injury and looks eager to replicate his form from the start of the season. It's hard to teach a winning mentality, but luckily it seems to be inbuilt when it comes to Bruno Fernandes. The 25-year-old has shown that he'll stop at nothing to win games of football, and that's clear when you see him on the pitch. From verbally lambasting himself for missing half a chance to shushing Pep Guardiola on the touchline in a derby, it's clear that Bruno is a winner, and that's perhaps what excites United fans more than anything else. A lot of the credit for Fernandes' success needs to go to United boss Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The Norwegian was adamant about signing the Portuguese magnifico, and he got his wish this January. Credit to Ole for trusting his new recruit and allowing him the freedom to float around the pitch pretty much at will and open up spaces for other creative players to express themselves. It's a tactical ploy from Solskjaer that has worked wonders, and the proof lies in the pudding. United have gone 17 games without defeat and are scoring goals for fun, becoming the first ever side in Premier League history to win 4 consecutive games by a margin of 3 or more goals. And it's no surprise that at the heart of all this was none other than Bruno Fernandes.